This decision is lawless, dangerous, destructive, cruel. It's illegal. It's unconstitutional.
A couple things first, Chuck. Your attorney general is not the attorney general. We have an attorney general. That will be Pam Bondi. And what your opinion is on what the law is doesn't really matter. It's what the White House counsel says and what our attorney general of the United States says. The last administration was so weak and was so frivolous with how they spent their money, having DEI funding for things like that, transgender transitions, people influencing my children, I'm not okay with. That's illegal and unconstitutional. So, Chuck can check his attitude at the door, but I'm not really surprised by him. This is the narrative we're going to hear. We all know it. And that's why people watch this show, because they want to hear what the truth is out of the White House.
Okay, so a lot of that is amazing. And I want to thank Alina Habba for not doing any preparation before that, not thinking about the points she's going to make and doing the worst ChatGPT version of a right-wing woman being mad about stuff or whatever. Mwah, just amazing. Keep doing the terrible stuff you're doing. You seem as incompetent about making like right-wing culture war points as you are about the law, but there's a lot that's great. So I love that she's like, but that's the propaganda we're hearing. That's why people come to Fox News to tell it like it is, because Chuck was like, that law's illegal and unconstitutional. He's clearly wrong. Well, they've rescinded it. So clearly the Trump administration is ceding a little bit of ground on there. So her prediction there wasn't very great. I love that she also doesn't seem to understand how time works. She's like, your AG isn't the AG. We have an AG. It will be Pam Bondi. Will, that's in the future. Do you get the difference between the future and the past? They're different things. I mean, I look to the future too because the present is so dark, but that doesn't make the future already here. It's a different thing, Alina. You should look into the linear flow of time. It's a fascinating thing. But also, this is less of an issue now that it's already been rescinded, but the idea that Pam Bondi is the ultimate arbiter of the law, first of all, is not at all how that works. And I know that because I went to supremecourt.gov and they call themselves the highest tribunal in the nation for all cases and controversies. They say they're the literal final arbiter of the law, and that's on the internet. So I trust it implicitly. So that's definitely true. And also, to be clear, Alina Habba, was Merrick Garland the ultimate arbiter of the law? If he said the law was one thing, did you just shut up at that point? You had no further comment because he was the attorney general at that point. Pam Bondi wasn't already, will be the AG at that point. And so of course it's utterly hypocritical. She doesn't care. She's just trying and failing to make good points. But Sharon, my fear is that this is yet another thing where they're saying, no, we don't need the other branches of government. We didn't need the legislature when we froze the funds, and we don't need the Supreme Court because we will maybe at some point have Pam Bondi. So what do you think?
I'm not sure she knows there's other branches of government. I really don't even think she has that basic understanding. She just appeared and did Cher's monologue from Clueless was better than what we just saw. What you just played there, Cher's monologue in front of Miss Geis's class at Clueless was so much, she thought it out, Cher did. What Alina Habba said was stunningly stupid. All she should have done was just hold a blow pop and enjoy the piece of candy and the airtime. There was no there. At least Kellyanne Conway had alternative facts, right? And she was real clever about that deviousness. Alina Habba, really? This is what we're forced to talk about. And she was feisty with it. Did you see how she brought it?
Yeah, she was feisty, but honestly, I'm sort of seeing why they didn't go with her for press secretary. Carolyn Leavitt's more competent. I feel like she actually prepped a little bit. Alina Habba's gotta hate Carolyn Leavitt because she does just such a better job of confidently saying things she knows aren't true than Alina Habba. But anyway, just great work there. Thank you. You look utterly ridiculous. Thanks for watching our video. Did you know that you can support our show by becoming a subscriber? Just click the subscribe button and also ring the bell so that you get notifications when we're live or when we post new content.